Good afternoon everyone. I am Chirashree Roy, trainee of B.Ed 4th semester in Siliguri Tarai B.Ed College. Today I am here to explain the topic Human Excretory System, which is present in the chapter Transportation in Animals and Plants, Class 7 CBSE Board. I think we all love to eat chocolate or chips, right? Now after eating the chocolate or the chips, the wrapper of the chocolate or the empty packet of the chips, what do? We normally put them in a dustbin. We normally do not throw here and there. Again, in the kitchen also, if you see that daily some amount of waste are produced, and your mom or you obviously throw that waste in the dustbin, and later you dispose in a proper place. Why we put all the wastes in the dustbin? Because otherwise what will happen if you put all the waste here and there, your house, your total kitchen or your house will be very much unhygienic, very unhealthy. And if you continue to put the waste in here and there and you do not put in a dustbin, after some day what will happen? Your house will be totally covered with such wastes. No, there will be no place for you to even walk. So it is very much needed that you put the waste in a dustbin in a proper place and later dispose them in a proper way, in a proper place. So in the similar way, in human beings also, some processes are continuously taking place. Various chemical reactions are continuously taking place. So while these reactions are taking place, some useful products obviously are produced. But along with these useful products, some harmful products, some wastes are also produced. Some wastes are also produced in these reactions, and these wastes are very much toxic for our body. Just as we explained a little earlier, that waste can be very much unhealthy, very much unhygienic. Similarly, these wastes can also in the body also, where these wastes are produced, and it will be very much harmful for our body. It will cause toxic. It will be very toxic for our body. Even the various organs like the heart or the lungs, brains, all can be damaged by these toxic substances, by these wastes. And after some time what will happen? Our body will not function. Our whole body function will be collapsed. And ultimately what will happen? We will die. If the organ do not work, if your heart do not work for 1 second, what will happen? You will die. So it is very much needed to remove these wastes, to remove all the toxic substances from our body. To solve this problem, in human beings, there is a process which is known as excretion. So what is excretion? Excretion is the process by which wastes are removed from our body, by which wastes are eliminated from our body. And to perform this function, to perform the process of excretion in human beings, a proper organized system is present in our body, and we call this system as the human excretory system. This is the human excretory system. You can see it. This human excretory system consists of some specialized organ. As you can see, it consists of some organs, mainly 4 organs. That is, a pair of kidney, 2 kidneys are present, a pair of ureters, and urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder, and the 4th one is the urethra. This portion is the urethra, this small tube-like structure. I hope it is clear. This tube-like structure is known as a urethra. So these are the 4 main organs of this excretory system. Now we will see each of these organs, how each of the organs of this excretory system and how the process takes place in the excretion. So first, kidney. You can see the kidney. Kidneys are the main organ of this excretory system. They are bean shaped, like a bean, and they are reddish brown in color. And each of these kidneys about 12 centimeter long, and they are located at the abdomen. They are located on our abdomen, on each side of our midrib, okay. So this is all about the structure of the kidney. Now each of of this kidney is made up of millions of filtering unit, and we call it nephron. What we call that? Nephron. So nephron, what is nephron? Nephron is the filtering unit of the kidney. It means that millions and millions of nephron, they combine together, they join together and form each of the kidney. Now, what is the function of this nephron? Or what is the function of this kidney? Why it is the main part of the excretory system? Actually, this nephron or the kidney acts as a filtering unit. This nephron acts as the filtering unit. They are like a sieve. This is a sieve. You can see. We all know this. We use it in a kitchen. What is the function of this sieve? To separate two or more substances. Normally, we use while making tea. We put the tea through this sieve into the cup, and the milk, the liquid tea gets separated from the tea leaves. That is the function of this sieve, to separate substances. Similarly, here also the nephron is present. As we said that nephrons, millions of nephrons are present in the kidney. This nephron acts like a sieve. They act like a sieve. They separate substances. Now, actually, what happens? The blood, we know the blood, they collect waste from different parts of our body, from different organs. As chemical reactions are taking place in different organs in different parts of our body, the blood collect that waste from the different parts of the body and bring it to the kidney. They bring the waste to the kidney through this blood vessel. You can see the orange blood vessel. This is known as renal vein. So what blood do? They collect the waste from different organs, from different parts of the body, and they send the blood into the kidney. Through how they send the blood? Through this orange blood vessel. This is known as renal vein, renal artery. So after entering into the kidney, we know that the kidney is made up of nephron. And what the nephron do? They sieve. They separate substances. Actually, what they do? They separate the waste from the blood. The blood have collected waste and they have sent it to the kidney. And in the kidney, we said that there are nephrons. That nephron separate the waste from the blood. Now, blood is separated from the waste. Now, blood is clean, pure. Now, what happens? That clean up the pure blood is again sent back to the heart, and from the heart to the lungs for further purification. And how the kidney send the pure blood? Through this blue blood vessel. You can see the blue blood vessel. Through this blue blood vessel, this is known as the renal vein. Through this renal vein, the kidney send the pure or the clean blood into the heart, and from the heart it will go back to the lungs for further purification. So this was all about the structure of the kidney and the function of the kidney. And one more thing is, after the waste are separated from the blood, as the filtered waste are separated from the blood, what will happen? That waste will get mixed with the excess water. In human beings, excess water is present. We do not need that much amount of water. Excess water is available in our body. That waste products which is separated, which is filtered from the blood, actually get mixed with that excess water, and it will form the urine. So what has happened till now? Blood has come to the kidney, the nephron has separated the waste from the blood, and that waste substances and the waste products get mixed with the excess water which is present in our body, and it forms the urine. So this was all about the function of kidney, function of nephron, only to separate waste from the blood and to form urine. So clear? I hope it is clear. Next is ureter. You can see the ureter. There are two ureters and they are very thin pipe-like structures, and they connect the kidney with this urinary bladder. So ureter is the pipe-like structure which connect the kidney with the urinary bladder. What is the function of this ureter? This ureter actually send the produced urine. Urine is produced in kidney. We have seen that urine is sent into the urinary bladder through this pipe, through this ureter. So function of ureter is to send the produced urine into the urinary bladder. That is the function of ureter. Next is urinary bladder. This small bag-like or small sac-like structure, this one, oval in shape. This is the urinary bladder. Now what does the urinary bladder do? It actually stores urine for some time. Now for how much time it stores the urinary bladder? That is the question. Normally half liter of urine can be stored in this urinary bladder at a time. When the amount of urine is more than half liter in this urinary bladder, this urinary bladder is actually made up of muscles. We know that organs are made up of muscles also. So this muscles, when it is more than half liter, when more than half liter of urine gets stored here, what will happen? The muscles will expand. Now as the muscle will expand, it will give a signal to our brain that there is a pressure here and we need to empty this urinary bladder. Now it is the time to empty this urinary bladder. And finally, after our brain gets the signal, we expel that urine, the stored urine from the urinary bladder through this tube-like structure which is known as the urethra. And there is a small opening which we call urinary opening. Through this urethra and this urinary opening, the blood is removed. The urine is removed from our body. So that was all about the part of the excretory system. That was all about the human excretory system and how the process takes place, how the excretion takes place, how the wastes are removed from our body. And one more thing I forget to tell you is normally an adult human being produce 1 to 2 liter of urine every day. And urine is a composition, nothing but a composition of 95% water, 3% urea and 2% other waste product. Mainly urea is the main excretory products in human beings, and it was all about this process. I hope it is clear, and we will continue in our next class.